Ooh, ouch. Hello everybody, Ant-Man here. Gonna have a pretty cool episode lined up. A little bit interesting this one. We're gonna have some examples of some very sick native snakes, which is something that's been occurring more and more frequently in recent years. We're also gonna find some pythons, the usual suspects. But let's go ahead and jump right into it with this beautiful eastern diamondback that's crossing the road here this morning, and jump right into the episode. What a beautiful, beautiful animal. Wow. People have been seeing quite a few of these here lately. Let him go on his way. Looks like a female, actually. A little bit skinny, a little bit underweight. Wants no part of hanging out with me. I don't blame him. Her. There he goes. Look at that. Yep, that's a female. 2 little nubs left on that rattle. That's all she's got. Beautiful animal. That's a gorgeous sight right there. Heading off into the swamp. It's all cypress out here too, so she's patrolling around down here. Boy, she just startled herself. I haven't even moved. Interesting. Well, I'm going to make sure she's okay. I don't want any of the other python contractors out here to bother her. But she looks pretty good. Alright, sweetie. I'll let you have your little morning. Take one more picture. Alright. Watch her slowly crawl away. She goes. Got a beautiful green snake crossing the road here on the way out today from python hunting. Just laying here. Some gorgeous little snakes. This one has a little scar on it right there. They might be a little jittery, but they never bite. Or at least I've only seen it happen maybe once, twice in my memory. A little scar on this guy, but beautiful, beautiful snakes. These used to be sold in the pet trade quite often, and they don't do very well if you don't know how to maintain them on the proper diet. They eat insects, so their predominant food is going to be spiders and grasshoppers and things of that nature. You can get them to eat crickets, but the average hobbyist is not going to know how to maintain an animal like this. So, and they also suffer greatly from all the spraying that is done to get rid of mosquitoes and such. It's taken a great toll on these. These used to be an incredibly abundant snake when I was young, and now I don't see them too often. I see them sometime at night. We'll get this guy off the road and take him to where he was heading before a hawk or something picks him up. but they're mainly arboreal. You very rarely see them on the ground, but they climb well, as you'll see here in a second. This guy on there, just like that, he's gone. Look at the top of the tail. All right, buddy. Beautiful. Nice early in the morning breath. Ha 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 ha. Look at that. Look at the weather. Solid overcast, drizzling, and 70 degrees. Bada boom, bada bing. Hell yeah. Alright. Oh, quit all that huffing and puffing. Ourselves a nice looking little yellow rat snake down here basking. A little bit skinny and unhealthy, but getting a little bit of it's actually very skinny and unhealthy. It's a shame. This snake's got some pretty coloration, a little bit of the characteristics that used to be considered the Everglades rat snake, where they're kind of orange and have a red tongue. But this snake is in very bad shape. Now that I get down here and look at it, it's incredibly thin. Yeah, it's very emaciated. What a shame. Yeah, it's a little bit cool to the touch. It's got an air temp right now of about 77 degrees. So I'll go ahead and let this one go about its business. But yeah, for the length of that snake, it's in very bad shape. Come on, buddy. Yeah, very, very, very thin. Interesting. Highly emaciated yellow rat snake here in the Everglades. Looks absolutely terrible. Poor thing. Man, I don't know what's wrong with this snake. It's out laying out. It can probably barely move. Wow. Look at that, how skinny it is, the cross section of it. Wow, that's a highly, probably parasitized. You could just see its ribs as it goes through my fingers. What a poor little guy. Well, he's gonna probably try to bask, but he's not in a good spot. He's gonna be in the shade all day right there. Wow. Here we go with another emaciated snake today. Earlier it was a yellow rat. This time it's a little tiny cottonmouth. This thing looks horrible. Poor thing, we're talking like skin and bones. Look how emaciated that snake is. Wow, that's really bad. I doubt it's gonna make it to the winter. But you never know. What a shame. It seems to be a very common sight now in South Florida with these emaciated snakes, especially snakes that eat other snakes and amphibians. King snakes, cottonmouths, racers, some water snakes. They seem to be the ones that you see this most often in. Although, like earlier today, I'm seeing it in rat snakes and rattlesnakes now too, so who knows. Finally, got ourselves a little basking python here in the afternoon. It's pretty late in the day, 3 o'clock. Beautiful snake laying out. Getting into the sun. Look at that. Alright. Ooh, ouch. Feisty little sucker. Alright. Alright. Took a while. Little guy, but nonetheless, finally got ourselves one this afternoon. Get a mouthful of leaves. Snake's probably going to be in the, I don't know, somewhere in the 8-foot bracket. Yeah. Yep, about an 8-foot snake. Cool. Well, I'll go ahead and bag it up. Well, I hope you found this episode interesting. It's pretty shocking to my friends and I who have spent our lives, herping in South Florida and looking for snakes, and to see these snakes so emaciated like this, and not only in decreasing in numbers, but just in very, very poor health. And my friends and I call it king snake disease because we most often see it in the king snakes of South Florida. But as you see in this video, it's pretty much making its way into all of the snakes now, and a lot of areas that traditionally had high numbers of even snakes that collectors would never bother with, like racers and ringnecks and such. The snakes are just vanishing, so it's a shame. And of course, we also have the competition of these invasive pythons, which are out there in full force. So it's a tough go right now for the Everglades. So we're hoping for the best and doing our part. But as I always say, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please leave a comment, like, and subscribe. And as I always say, I hope to see you all out there in the field. Take care and stay safe. Later on.